How's everything going?
Everything going good. Everything going good. Everything going excellent.
You look so healthy.
Yeah, man. I've been doing good.
Like, what exactly does that mean?
He looks happy over here.
You know, but hold on. Today, I had to drive up because I heard my brother's birthday.
Aww.
You know
Appreciate you. Today's my birthday.
Yeah, had to make sure I come through.
Instead of calling in, he said, you know what, I'm going to take the drive up there.
That's what's up.
So, Greg, how old are you again today?
21 again, brother.
Okay.
Every
year he's 21.
Yeah.
We always 21.
Yeah,
Oh, that was very nice of you, Frank.
I jump in, about to get some drinks early today.
Well, Greg doesn't drink, so he's pouring, so you can always treat me to some drinks.
I'm going to pass it to me. I'm going to pass it to
I like to drink.
Exactly.
And I've been on that tequila and rum
we're going to turn up for
tip
you.
lately, so.
The whole CT going to turn up for you today.
Yeah. Down at Toad's place. You know Toad's.
Yeah.
You know.
I wonder that, French, I always think back to, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You were always out here doing shows with us, every weekend.
For sure. That's what me and Buck was just talking about.
Yeah.
So then I always pop up on you at lunchtime.
I just did a day party at this place called Russian Lady, which used to be called Club Blue.
Yeah.
Which is where you were always
every
at.
weekend.
You were always at Mansion, Blue,
Mansion
Blue,
and Blue,
that
right.
Mansion, yeah.
Every
We damn near
week.
hit every club. That's where the mixtape started popping out here.
Yeah.
If you never come through Connecticut, I mean, you never, go anywhere out in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
Of course, CT then after CT, then you would go Boston, then go, but CT it's like the bridge.
Well, CT, Hartford, New Haven, Springfield, Waterbury, all that's like family. And then, you rock this market, then you would go Boston and Rhode Island and
Thank you. And they don't play that.
Yeah.
And they don't play that. It's really.
We had good times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Great times. People in Connecticut always accepted you, loved you so much. Like, French would come up to the station, he'd have 12 cars with him to go out to do whatever show he was doing for the night.
Yeah.
Like, people loved you so much, they just evolved towards you.
Yeah.
They were, attracted to you.
Yeah, before you knew it, the whole CT was riding with me. We used to pull up here.
The 12 cars turned into 22 cars.
Yeah. You'll go outside, we barbecue and we eat, and everybody get, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was good times. Good times.
Yeah, for sure. Then that bag got bigger.
The bag got bigger.
Then the bag got bigger, so this time I'm coming back to do something special for CT for my album time.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
I like that.
Nice.
I like that.
So,
congratulations. You got singles that you come out with lyrically is very creative.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing anything that anyone else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Shouts out, big congratulations on Lockjaw. Also, big congratulations on No Shopping featuring Drake.
Yes.
I know you cleared the air the other day and said that Drake did not take a shot at Joe Budden.
Oh, yeah.
But, he does things in such a, I don't know, I'm going to say cool.
Charismatic. What was that word? How's that word?
Are you saying charismatic?
Yes.
I was going to say cool and collect way.
Yeah.
That, you don't really know what's going on in Drake's imagination.
Exactly.
So what do you think?
They never brought that man's name up. When it was in the studio. Recording this. I don't feel like it was, it was that kind of vibe.
When did you guys record it anyway? Because that was my question too.
We recorded
about Joe.
No, it was 2 months ago. I had leaked it on Snapchat that pump it up.
Right.
So I guess he probably thought he was talking about him.
Yeah. Well, it kind of feels like it, French.
That made him go in the studio and make a bunch of records.
That man made a double album.
He really did.
A month.
Yeah.
But I honestly, as a hip hop fan, lyrically.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you get to see how savvy everyone is in a situation. So I'm kind of liking it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Especially Joe.
Yeah.
I've always felt, lyrically, Joe Budden is one of the best. I do believe that.
Yeah.
So it's to see him and Drake maybe going back and forth a little bit, it makes me happy.
And then you drop the record at the right time. This record is dropped right in the middle of their little back and forth. Well, just Joe.
Frank's that wasn't planned.
I think it's Joe Budden's battling Joe Budden.
Yeah. Joe versus Joe.
Yeah, I think it is. He's somewhere in a dark room with a tank top on, smoking a cigarette, with no light.
Just getting ready.
Just getting ready.
Like Dr. Evil.
Looking in the mirror.
Are you surprised how much press you get at every single thing you do at this point in French? It's you just, anything you do.
I love the growth, man. I really feel like, for sure y'all know me since I started, so I'm sure y'all see the difference. Once you start reaching certain levels and be around certain people, you gotta be careful what you're doing, and of course, because cameras is on you at all times, so you gotta how to curve and dodge and make sure you're promoting the right thing.
I will say though, French, you don't seem like, for me, because I've never been rich or extremely famous or just on the radio.
Yeah.
When I'm in certain situations, a lot of times I'm a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, everybody's really fancy up in here, like, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like you've been able to like kind of blend in with all these rich, powerful people. Not that you're not, you're becoming more and more. But
No,
I'm
it's
just
because
saying, like, right away.
It's because I'm never worried about what somebody else making. I'm never trying to see how can I learn from you, not take from you. You know what I'm saying? Some certain people, when they get around powerful people, they want to be them. I don't want to be them. I don't want to be Puff. I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? I want to be French Montana. I want to be the guy I'm becoming.
I like that. I like that. Because sometimes at those fancy parties, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But I'm just myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes, because you gotta take what God give you as a gift. You know what I'm saying? Because from where we come from, you're not gonna find too many people that that be corny sometimes. I hate to say it, but
Right.
So you're not gonna find a lot of people like Ross, like Puff, that they're really, really cool. Make some boss moves, and you stay yourself, and what I'm saying, get into endorsements, try to save enough money that you don't have to rap no more.
So what you gonna do after you rap?
I'm doing movies.
I heard that you just did a movie, right?
Yeah,
The trailer just came out in June.
Yeah, I mean that was the old one, but I just did a movie I executive produced.
What's it called?
Respect the Shooter.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Respect the Shooter.
No, you was talking about The Perfect Match.
Oh, I thought it was the Respect the Shooter was the one that came out in June.
Nah,
the trailer.
That was that was me, Paula Pan.
Wait, I saw
London.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's old.
Okay, not the new one that come out yet.
Oh, okay, I thought there was a trailer drop.
Yeah, it come out December.
Okay.
It shot to Michael K. Williams, he in there, Chris Brown in there, a bunch of people in there. So that's like my next vibes. I dropped that with an album.
Does it feel awkward to you, like being on screen, like acting?
No, but I come from the Cocaine City days.
DVD, yes.
Right.
So it's like
Well, I mean, but you were kind of yourself on there.
Yeah.
Like to go and have to say lines and be somebody else.
Yeah.
Big more money.
Of course.
Yeah.
Big bag.
Big bag, huh?
Would you go back and do
Brown
any
bag
reality TV, French?
No.
No.
I never wanted to do it.
Did you do it because of your deep love for Chloe, or did you do it because
Of course. I mean, when you're with somebody,
you're like bonus $250 an episode?
and they definitely pay good too.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I mean, I did it because every time I asked her to do something, she did it. I put on Don't Panic video. A couple things that I did, and she was just like, I mean, they TV show was like their lifestyle. So I mean, their life that they film. So.
And you're still cool with everybody. I mean, I saw pictures of you and Chloe out together the other night, and they were like, "Oh, is French and Chloe back together?" But then,
nah, we're just cool.
Yeah.
Just cool. Yeah. I'm cool with everybody. I don't have no bad blood with nobody that I used to do it.
That's good.
Yeah, I gotta keep it like that.
I keep it like that.
You never know. I might strike back one day.
You're good friends with that guy, huh?
He's a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
love him.
he really is. He really is. I don't know if
before, and I dropped my first mixtape out here in CT.
Wow.
With Big Mike.
I remember
Shout out to Big
that.
Mike.
Yep.
I remember that.
So that's what I know is important for CT. And I dropped on Big Mike. Max B gave me the name. And ever since then, I dropped like part 2 and part 3. Now we back with part 4. And we're about to do it live on CT.
This one's going to be an album.
Yeah, this one's the album.
It kind of was surprising to me, just because these have always,
Yeah.
been the mixtape.
Yeah, the mixtape.
Yeah.
But I learned not to name them. I learned just to treat it as a project as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the project is a project. People's not gonna judge you and be like, all right, that one was kind of whack because it was a mixtape. If it's whack, it's whack. I feel like.
Yeah, it's becoming, there's no labels anymore.
Right.
It's becoming
Yeah.
to where there's no labels.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter one way or the
The
other.
label is Apple. A
lot of artists say that they have a better
Spotify.
time making a mixtape than what would be considered an album, because they don't have to please anyone.
Yeah.
They're pleasing themselves.
And you don't have to clear, you have to clear everything making an album.
So you're signed out with Epic Records,
Yeah.
which is a new deal,
Shout out to L.A. Reid, yeah.
because you were with Interscope before.
And shout out to Interscope too.
So, but are you still with Bad Boy?
Yeah, I'm still Puff. I mean, I let Puff manage me throughout the whole game.
Okay. So he's just a manager to you? You're not signed with his label at this point?
He's like a big brother. He's like, I'm signed to the label. I'm signed to him as management. So it's like, he played a part with everything with me.
Okay, that's good. So are you going to be on the Bad Boy tour?
Yeah.
So how many dates are you doing? Are you going to do them all?
He want me to do them all. that's a big homie call right there. So it's like he was like,
You're like he's like I made you.
Like, I need you on this tour, this and that. I mean, I just feel like
I like the fact that he's doing that.
Yeah.
Like I like watching Today's Show and seeing the locks on there.
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
Yeah.
It made me happy.
Yeah, so I think he gonna do my part with the locks. So I think it's gonna be dope.
Nice. They're skipping over us. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know
They
that.
ain't coming here.
Yeah, you need to put.
He's skipping right over us. I'm like, I was so confused.
They gotta.
Like we're a small market or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah.
about to hit Live Nation.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
We got
that.
venues for it. They know. They own them too.
I want to
What's the closest venue to here?
XL Center.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to make it happen. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right, so Rich Homie Quan, the verse.
Jesus.
You were there. You were there.
Yeah.
You were there. So he couldn't spit out the verse or get money.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you have been a better pick?
Yeah, me or Puff or Fab or anybody. But I think Rich Homie, at least he knows that he did something wrong. It's not like you could go at him and be like, yo, you effed it up. He like next day like, yo, look, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Little Big is rolling over in his grave. I apologize. I forgot the biggest verse. It's only the biggest verse.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is that he said all that at first, and then he went and did an interview and said, oh, well, I didn't really know the words. I was supposed to rely on a teleprompter. The words weren't on the teleprompter. So let me ask you, French. As a lyricist, do you regularly use a teleprompter when you're up on stage?
No.
When you're rapping?
No.
I've never heard of that before. Is that something that people do?
No.
All right,
I don't do that. They might have had it for him. I'm not saying they would. Put it like this, right? If we was in LA and they was doing a tribute for Dr. Dre, they was like, yo, we want you to be Tupac. I'd be like, no, I can't do it.
Really? You would turn it down?
Yeah, of course.
Even if you practice and rehearsed it, like you wouldn't feel comfortable doing it?
No, I wouldn't do it.
Because the shoes are too big to fill?
It's not that. It gotta be, like, I felt like that was like a little C's part.
It would have been nice if they brought C's out.
Yeah, I felt like that was like a little C's part, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But shout out to Kim, she killed it.
Rich Homie Quan had one job to do. That's all he had to do. One job.
And he failed!
Shout out to Rich Homie. I feel like he realized what he was doing when he got on stage. Like, oh my God.
He's like, this is heavy. This situation is crazy for me.
And I don't blame him, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. He got a lot of joints out there. But that's those shoes. In the middle of New York, too.
And Kim was up there looking at him crazy.
Was she?
Oh my God. She started rapping for him.
Yeah.
And I don't think C's was there. I mean, I didn't see him. But I'm just wondering if he was sitting there like, oh, I could have done it.
Oh, nah.
New York rapper should have did it.
Because I seen C's just a couple months ago. And he still reps for Biggie, for Kim, like everybody.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah, I really feel like, people gonna say anything, about anybody if they do it, but I feel like you should at least come close.
Like, you can at least know the words, even if you weren't on beat.
Exactly.
So, a while back with, Kanye's album came out, you put Max on the album because there's all this craziness between Kanye and Wiz and whatever else that was going on. I wonder, why did you not put a Max B verse on there? Because I know you must have some.
Yeah,
unreleased Max B.
Yeah, but I'm keeping Max B for my album.
Oh, okay. All right. I was wondering why. Because, I know the phone call. You were on the phone call, and he was just,
Yeah, I was the one that did all that for Kanye. I was the one that, that helped out that whole situation. But I wasn't going to give no Max B verse. That stays here for Connecticut and New York and for the wave, for the wave love,
Okay.
Because Kanye didn't even know who Max B was.
Oh, my. You see, that's so crazy to me.
Yeah, that goes to show you, when that Underground Railroad.
Can I ask you a question? Is there still hope to get Max out?
Of course.
Because I think that he was wrong. I believe he was wrongly convicted.
Of course.
I remember when you two sat in here before he was sentenced. I remember that, and him saying, Jenny, I'm not going to jail, so I'm going to see you again.
Yeah.
And then he was put in jail.
Yeah.
For something he didn't do.
Yeah.
He wasn't even there.
Of course. So definitely, for sure. I was talking to him. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be some good news happening this year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah,
because I'm sure if it's a matter of money, the money can be.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna have some good news this year.
Good.
For sure.
Well, let's keep Max B in our prayers.
We play his record still.
Coke Boys. What's happening with the Coke Boys?
Man, I mean, right now, honestly, all I really want to do is focus on this Mac and Cheese 4.
Okay.
I put everything to the side just so I can make sure. You know, I haven't dropped the album in 3 years.
Right.
I've just been, you know, feeding the streets and doing what we do, but I really just want to put all the focus on Mac and Cheese 4, make sure all the singles come out, you know what I'm saying?
And then you can focus on those guys.
Yeah,
Manola Rose was here, and he said he's like now a Coke Boy.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
He was saying good things about you, Fred.
Yeah, nah, definitely.
That you reached out to him and everything.
Yeah,
like
that's my dog, yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
So there's no progress in Chink's case, nothing.
Nope.
And how can that be? A year later, we don't know anything.
Nope.
And it's just sad.
That's why I'm getting into that whole justice thing and I'm just, you know, dealing with them people.
Right. Well, hopefully there'll be something that comes from it.
Yeah, for sure.
Jim Jones says he still own Max B's contract.
Man, I don't know.
The reason why I'm asking that is you're saying you have unreleased Max B verses. He said he might, which I thought was a good thing. Like, you know, I mean, the man's locked up. Let his family make some money.
I don't think he owns it no more.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he definitely gave it to his family.
Can you and Jim Jones ever come to any kind of, he said like he wants to like fight you. The headline is Jim Jones says he needs to fight French Montana to settle beef.
Well, where I'm from, we don't even talk like that. That's not even something I would even like. Cause what if something happened now?
Right, absolutely.
Like you indicting yourself. Like it is what it is. When I see you, this is what it is.
Well, hopefully nothing will happen because we've had enough drama.
You don't say nothing about nobody on this air. I'm here to promote my album.
Okay.
Then when we see each other, you know, it is what it is.
Hopefully nothing will happen. Did you think that All the Way Up would be such a huge success?
Fat Joe told me.
You're like Joe is confident.
Yeah, Fat Joe told me. He was, cause I just did it, I was about to leave. He stopped me. He was like, yo, you know this is a big boy, right? I was like, all right, crap.
This is the one.
So when you heard it, when you recorded, like I don't know if y'all were in the studio together.
Yeah, well, I was in the studio with me and him, yeah.
And that's a good thing.
In Miami.
Because sometimes everybody just sends their parts and no one knows what's going on. So I feel like you'd feel a better vibe all being together.
Yeah.
So it comes out, this song revitalized Fat Joe and Remy Ma's careers. I believe it was rushing her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Joe hadn't really been in the mix in a little while. This song revitalized their careers, and it's a huge hit. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Fat Joe was somebody that was helping me when I was coming up, when I was blackballed. So he was going up to flex, like, yo, you gotta hear what's going on with these kids, with Max and French. So I guess when Flex and them was going out to the clubs playing the music, everybody was going crazy. So he was just like, when he went back to the radio, he was like, New York, we got something here. So it was just like, you know, Joe was always like trying to help me break through that door. Because at one time they was not letting me and Max in. So he did that. Then Remy, she was on like my first Cocaine City DVD that I ever put out. So us three to have that kind of record this time right now, while all of us is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just means a lot.
It does.
So yeah, so in that energy comes off like that on that record. Like we all the way up, like that shit, like it really came across that record and it really was the hottest record of the year.
Yeah, and then Jay-Z jumped on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, and I think that's
a little issue. And I think Callie brought them together.
Yeah.
Between Joe and Jay, I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. So, will there be another single? Because I'm hearing there's another. You're going to what?
To Dubai to shoot it.
You heard him. He said Dubai.
Yeah, I heard the Dubai part. So you're going there to shoot the video?
Yeah.
So what's the song called?
Cooking.
Cooking?
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, it's big and all the way up.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we're going to quote you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to quote you on
for
that
sure.
one. Okay, so you're going to Dubai next week. Okay, excuse us, sorry. So have a good time. So, as far as the movie, tell me again, when's it going to be released?
The end of this year, beginning of next year. For sure. But Mac and Cheese 4, August 19th. Going pre-order right now. We're number 4 in the country. We're only one song out. So we're trying to get to that number 1. CT, go out there and get it.
Well, thank you, French.
No, thank
it's
you,
always
man.
good to have you.
I love y'all. And happy birthday again, my brother.
You already
drove
know.
all the way up here
And
for
I
you.
appreciate you.
Me and Jim about to go pop some bottles for
Yeah,
you.
we'll get
Stuck in
for you.
traffic, you made it through and got here.
I'm about to get back to traffic now.
French, God bless you, and we're proud of you.
Thank you,
Good luck
Jim.
with
Love y'all.
everything.
It's hot
I love the whole CT. Huh?